What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Trubs, and welcome back to the Wiretap and another live stream interview. And today I've got a very, very special guest. I see a lot of slander online. A lot of you don't want to put respect on his name, but I've got him here because I want him to bust his gun. You get me? I want to personally give him his flowers that I feel like he deserves. Now, you lot need to put some respect on his name. You get me? You lot need to put some respect on his name. So, and he's still the Don't Flop champ.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Crafty.
Hashtag.
What you saying, my bro?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Before we even get into the interview, the first thing I want to say is obviously congratulations on winning the title. I see a lot of things online. I'm not sure if you've seen the same things that I've seen. I've seen a lot of things online before the title match.
Oh yeah.
I saw everyone was counting you out, saying you was going to get 3-0'd.
I love it, bro.
You didn't stand a chance, and here you are. You know. So, and even after you won, I still saw a couple more things online. But you know what? Yeah. We're gonna get into that a bit later. I just want to give you your flowers
Big up, bro. Thank you.
Let you know that I'm happy for you still, and congratulations.
Legend,
I had a chance to watch the battle. I think it was an incredible battle. I could tell that a lot of prep went into the battle.
Yeah.
It sounded very, very like it was very detailed to the point where I could tell that there was a lot of things you wrote down, a lot of things you probably had to take out and add and refine. So I thought that there was probably a lot of drafts into those rounds to then you had to tweak into the final project. I could tell that it was very detailed rounds, if for lack of a better word, to be honest. But yeah, man, congratulations, my bro. Congratulations.
Man. Thank you. That's much appreciated, man. I really appreciate you.
How does it feel to be the champ?
Yeah, it feels good, man. I feel like it's kind of sinking in now. It's been just over a week. So it's like at the time, you just after the clash, you don't really remember what happened. People are coming and be like, oh, you know, remember that bit, or I really like that bit. And I was like, I don't even remember what got reaction and what didn't, because it's all a blur. Yeah. And then it kind of process it a little bit. And then it sinks in and I'm like, shit, like you say, there was so much stuff online just saying I'd get fucking smoked, washed. Shuffle was already the champion. So, you know, I had to like always just not watch what anyone was saying and just focus on like believing in my ability, trusting my process. Like you say, there was a lot of drafts for this one. I wrote about, you know, 6 rounds worth of material comfortably, six 3-minute rounds, and with totally different angles, totally different approaches. And I was like, what do I do? Do you know, I had even bits that were much sillier or much more humor based, and yeah, just kind of moved away and tried to get a balance. So in some bits were just no humor, and yeah, it was all about trying to find the balance, find the right way to beat him, find the right angles that would get to him, that would get the crowd going, that would be believable, and that were just the most honest and authentic things I could say. So it was a whole process of kind of getting that done, and I left my prep a little later than usual. So I was actually kind of panicking, like even when I did the press conference with Shuffle, that was just over a week before, I still hadn't quite finished, and he'd had his bars locked in for weeks. So I remember just being a bit nervous about that. But yeah, man, you know, you can't watch what people say online. That in the room, it's totally different. It's different people. A lot of people who comment on forums, they're not the people who go to events. They only want to see one type of battle rap. They think they're the custodians of all battle rap. So if someone comes in that doesn't quite meet their expectation or level of the type of personality they want to see, that no matter if they win the battle or not, in that
and sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. They in the room. They sometimes they do after the battle acknowledge that they were wrong. It's just when they're doing their predictions, today, I think, is a mix of, because Shuffle's been having great performances lately.
Like, this is the thing though, like,
and you've been sitting down for a bit, so people forget. People forget. So people are just on some Shuffle's been great.
Mate,
You gotta really see that he just had a great. He had a battle versus Canelo. He had a battle versus Nugget, and he had a great battle on with the Scapegoat.
Yeah, mate.
Exactly.
And, bro,
so
he told it differently, bro. Like, and this is the thing about battle raps. You know, it's like politics. It's like it's just the way the media and the following works. There's a week-long memory at any time. You know, anything before the week before, you don't remember. So someone who's fucked up or been good, it doesn't really matter when it gets to a certain point. Everyone gets in a zone. The thing is, there's two kind of sides to this though. There's a side of, I think there's people that would just never want me to be champ or accept what I do or see any skill or craft in what I do, and that's fine. That, you know, I can't change their minds. But there's also the people that you know, genuinely were just like, no, Shuffle's too good for craft. And I totally respect that, because Shuffle's the fucking best in the country. So, like you say, even after the battle, I had so many people coming up to me, one after another, just going, like, really enjoyed the battle, loved your performance, thought you won, but I totally wasn't backing you to win. Like, happily admitting that. And I'm saying, don't apologize for that, because I didn't even think I was going to win to a certain point. Shuffle,
I think it's fair enough. It's fair enough to have someone winning. Yeah, it's fair enough to have Shuffle winning. I think you definitely it's mad because you were the current champ, and at the same time you was the underdog.
Yeah, so it doesn't happen a lot.
Crazy. It's crazy how the champ defending the title is the underdog. I don't see this happening often. Just don't happen.
This is kind of what I tried to get across in the press conference before the battle. I was trying to put that across behind my fucking mask, because I was very ill. That's the other thing. Before this battle, I was very ill, man. The 2 days before, I had to shut myself away, honey, lemon, ginger through my throat all the time, just to be.
Yeah, I see a lot of people was asking why this Kraft has a mask on the press conference. Like, everyone's just sitting there, and then you just stay with the mask.
People asking,
it makes sense.
People who were just like, because I didn't read the comments on that till after the battle, because I knew they'd just be slating me because Shuffle was being funny, so I was just like, I'm not going to bother reading them. But yeah, before the battle, I was saying in that press conference, Shuffle's super popular, way more viewed than me. You know, the more people know about him, more people are supporting him. But this is why I said it does not translate to a win in the room. I win rap battles pretty much every time, bro. So for me, I don't say that to be arrogant. I say that because that is on paper. Yeah. You know, in the room.
Nah, bust your gun, man. You entitled to bust your gun. You're the champ. You're the champ. And I think that's one of the reasons I think people then feel comfortable talking shit about you, because sometimes you're very humble outside of the ring. And bro, you have the credentials not to be so humble. Like you said, you've got the accolades not to be so humble. Bust your gun. Bust your gun, bro.
I'm not on forums. I'm not on Reddit. I'm not on Facebook groups. I'm not there defending my corner. I don't really want to. Like, when the rap battle comes out on YouTube, that's my response. That's my reply.
No, but I respect. That I respect, because I do feel when everyone talks about the forum people should delete the forums. The forums are toxic.
I don't mind.
I don't think the forums are toxic. Fans gonna be fans, innit? Like, if a football player is not online replying to the fans,
are more toxic than the fans, bro.
Exactly, but that's why it's the battlers that don't know how to move and how to conduct themselves.
Things, bro, I've heard people say in a forum like about me, never been said to me like in person, in face to my face. Like, bro, everything's so positive at events. People just come up, they're just like, oh, big up. They just want to talk about battle rap or talk about other battles or talk about my battles or want a photo or something. No one is being like, oh, fucking Craft, bruv. Like, you're so boring. You're so unoriginal. You're like, what the fuck, bro?
Do you know what? I'll be real. Like, I think everyone's entitled to their opinion in it. But shout out to Rivers. Having conversations with Rivers, and even I think he said that on the last Sunday with London Gen. And Rivers was basically saying that he respect, and I fully agree with what he said. Like, fans are going to be fans, and they're going to have their opinion. But one thing I don't like is when a fan has an opinion. Let's say a fan says Craft D won, and then a battler is there arguing with a fan.
That's so
as to nah, this person didn't win, and I'm like, bro, like you are the battler. You shouldn't be trying to put your influence on the fans about your colleague, because at the same time, that's your colleague, bro. That's your colleague. Do you see what I'm saying? So if someone says, now he didn't say specifically towards you. He said it in general. A battler shouldn't be arguing with a fan about who won. Like, if a fan thinks someone is good, a battler shouldn't be arguing with let the fans have their moments and their opinions and all of that. Like, let's not have a battler slating their colleague to the fans. It doesn't make sense, and that's where the division should be. I'm not saying battlers shouldn't be on the forums, but they shouldn't be. I think they should be conducting themselves a lot better. That's why the forum is what it is. Battlers should be conducting themselves a lot better. That's what I think. Because at the end of the day, they influencers at the same time. You can influence, you can put your influence on another fan, and let the fans be the fans, bro. Let the fans have their opinions. If the fans saying Craft D shit, let the fans say that. If the fans say Craft D sick, let the fans say that. You get me?
I think
I fully agree with that.
It's totally cool to have a debate as well. Like, I mean, some of the things people say about me are true. I'm not denying them. I don't think they stop me winning rap battles. That's the funniest part, but I don't think they're like untrue. There's certain things I do that are different to other people that, you know, I can't really do in that way. I think there's things that I do that other people can't. And I think if you overlook those factors, you won't understand why I won. But I do think you're right. I think probably the battlers are too in proximity to the discussion, and have been for a few years because of the way that forum is set up and works. Like you say, I think certain things you just don't have to comment on too much or be in there arguing with fans. But I agree with you. I think that certain battlers have massive opinion, and I've seen it happen. I left the forums around the time after my Raptor clash, which I hated. That battle just made me hate battle rap. I'm not saying I was that good in it, by the way. I think I underperformed in the very wild circumstances that was that battle. But I think and you know, by the way, I get on with Raptor like fully now, and there's not even an issue. But at the time, bro, I thought he was like, because after that battle, he was just in the forums basically saying how shit I am and how he thought he won. I thought a lot of it came from disappointment in his performance, maybe, or his behavior. But I think I actually think he made a lot of the fans hate me. I think not just him. Like, I think that time people just, this narrative just kind of got created very quickly that I'm really bad. Or I don't know, the same words like unbelievable or lacking an X factor, things that people never said about me before that. Like, even I remember up to my Jay Short battle, this was like, I had maybe my third battle at that point. People were saying they wanted me to go for a title shot. So I remember kind of suddenly being unpopular and that kind of not changing. But I also think what's interesting is I don't think a lot of the things said about me were untrue. This is what's good. I really think you have to listen to what anyone says and take it on board, even if you disagree mostly. Kind of look into where they're coming from. That's helped me become a better rapper and a better battler.
Yeah, of course. And battlers can have an opinion. I'm not saying battlers can't have an opinion. I just disagree with the battlers arguing with the fans about their opinions.
Yeah, but there's so many battlers on forums on Twitter and stuff saying I'm shit who could never get around off me. Never get around. And they're supposedly mid to top tier. They can never get around off me, bro. So like it comes from bitterness and jealousy.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
Why do I think what is?
There's the people are so comfortable on not putting respect on your name, basically.
To be honest, bro, I don't care. I do, that's a lie, because I'm talking about it. But that doesn't like get into me.
But does it add fuel when you're prepping for a battle? Like going into the Shuffle T battle, are you like disheartened, or well, it didn't seem like it was that. I feel like it was a bit more, or you lot don't think I do this all right, let me show you. I felt like it was one of those.
Rap outside of this shit, man. Like I can jump on a beat. I can jump on a stage in a theater. I can get up in front of a big crowd, bro. I'm comfy. I don't just do battle rap. So what I'd say is like, yeah, it's you take it on board, but I think the thing that kind of disappoints me is I think some of the stuff I see people write and just feel like are in total denial. I think the criticisms of me are criticisms of like 2016, 2017 me. I really feel like they haven't bothered watching any of my stuff in the last couple of years and how I perform and how I deliver and my balance of jokes and bars. And if you watch my battles, it's, you know, pretty much getting more reaction than my opponent throughout every battle. You know, Shuffle T was a close one. I think my haymakers maybe landed a bit more, but it was, you know, he gets a lot of reaction, so that's a different ball game. But yeah, I just think it's very outdated personally. So you try to take on board the criticism you think applies and is really true and go, okay, no, I can probably like work on those things a little bit. And then the ones that you think are just coming from hate and bitterness and jealousy, push to one side. So it's always about perspective. But yeah, that's why I say I try and I'm not in any forum. I don't go in them. I don't see a lot of good come out of them personally. I know for a lot of people that's a really important community, so I'm not dissing you. I'm not dissing that. I know there's a lot of really amazing people in there. But yeah, I think some of the battlers of some of the lower to mid tier battlers are very strange people. They're pretty much our fans, but they are. Yeah. Their opinion is far more weighted than it should be.
That's big facts. I think as well. I do agree. I do agree that a lot of the battlers nowadays are fans that just used to watch battle rap, and it's mad because if a fan joins battle rap and they're a fan of Craft D, I think I saw Hulk say this, which was a very good point. If a fan of Craft D,
love it,
then is a fan of Craft D, starts battling Craft D, do you know what? I don't really think it was that good. But respectfully, you know, you don't really think someone was that good. Not saying that was the case, that this happened, but then that fan hates Craft. That battler is a battler that hates Craft D. Crazy. It's crazy.
These guys can not touch me, bro. I would not step in the ring with them. They are not good enough. So,
but anyway, focusing on this battle now, which was a great battle. What did you think of Shuffle's performance?
I thought he was incredible. I really don't want anyone to say that I won because Shuffle was this and that, or because he choked 4 bars, by the way. He forgot 4 bars.
Yeah, I didn't think. When I saw Shuffle choked, I thought, okay, this probably was a matchup. I'm like, yo, I heard like a full round. Like that was enough to be a full round.
He was so funny. Like it's funny because talking about like me looking at comments, like he had a few bars about that, and that was so funny.
Yeah, Shuffle was crazy. I think Shuffle was crazy.
He was great. I just think I hope when it drops on YouTube, people are just like, this is a fun battle. It's entertaining. There's bars, there's jokes. Like both of us are gunning for each other, trying to explain why the other person shouldn't be champ and shouldn't win. And arguing our case. I think we both argued our case very fucking well. And I thought, it's frightening when he's up there doing what he does. He's so compelling. He's so naturally likable and funny, and his comedic timing is incredible.
How did you score the battle?
It was great.
How did you score the battle?
In the room after the battle, again, I don't know if it looks different on camera than in the room. It felt like I edged each round. A lot of people came after being like, oh, I had Shuffle before, but I thought you 3-0'd him. Now, I watched it back, and I thought each round's very close. I'd probably score it 2-1.
What round would you give him?
I feel like the first round, I think I took the first. I think without the choke, it's even closer, but I do think I got that round. I thought I covered a bit more ground than him. Second round, I think I definitely got. Definitely. And the third round, again, I think is really close, and I think is,
You think you got all 3 rounds?
I think I got all 3 rounds. I think there's an argument that I got all 3
No, I'm
rounds.
saying you feel like you got all 3 rounds.
In the room, it certainly felt that way. I've watched it back once. I feel like I had the bigger moments, and I feel like my angles were a bit more incisive, if that makes sense. In terms of just breaking it down, I think I just kind of was more consistently punching. But I think, man, he had so many big moments. He made the crowd laugh. I'm trying to place what bars were in each round as well to judge it round. The 3rd round, I thought, like, even then though, maybe I got them all. I don't know, man. It's not for me to say. I do think that.
Nah, bro, bust your gun, man. You the champ. You can bust your gun, bro. You can bust your gun, bro.
I deservedly won the battle, and I think to beat the champ, you got to fucking beat the champ. And there was nothing. Even if you think that he might have edged me, because I've seen a couple people say that, and a lot of people will say that because it's Shuffle T and it's fucking crafty and people don't fucking like me. But I think I beat him. And he said that I beat him. So
I felt like you had the first, you had the second, the third is debatable.
I think that's it. I think it is.
That's literally how I had it. That's literally how I had it.
And I think the people that say he won will say he edged the 3rd, and that he would have got the 1st without the choke or some bullshit like that. So I think people will find a way to spin it and say it was a.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense, because I would have been rich if I won the lottery as well.
I also don't want to. It's weird because I want to kind of, like you say, you're saying bust your gun. I totally get that, bro. Like I do.
Nah, but
I do think I won, but I don't want to discredit him because he was excellent.
No, definitely not. I'm not trying to. I definitely don't want to
beat him on the day. You know what I mean?
I definitely don't want to discredit Shuffle. I think Shuffle was incredible. It was great. He was actually rapping. He was punching. He had his usual humor. I think Shuffle was dope. Reason why I say bust your gun is more for the people that are out here saying you're boring. Talk to them pricks, bro. Talk to them pricks, bro. Bust your gun, man. You're the champ. You're the champ, bro. You're the champ, and you've no. Bro, you beat Yunnan, and you beat Shuffle T. That's 2 incredible UK battlers, bro. That's two of the best in the country. So for people to still not,
bro, I'm one of the best.
Of course.
I'm not here trying to.
That's what I want you to say. But that's what I want you to say.
Beat me, I'm obviously one of the best in the country. No matter if you like my style or not, I'm coming in. I'm making everybody laugh at my opponent. I'm making the room fucking shake from a big punchline. I'm telling a story. I think battle rap storytelling, and I think I tell a better story than pretty much any UK battler. I think the narrative and the angle process goes through the round. It's woven in. It's believable. It takes you on a journey, and I don't think it's ever boring. I think it's always on point. I think it's always saying something. It's always attacking the opponent. It's always breaking something down. Yeah. So, bro, I will sit here and go, look, I know what my strengths are because I utilize them in my battles. I utilize them well, and I win. I don't think I'm the loudest or most aggressive battler. I'm not shouting as loud as some people, but you know.
But you know what? Do you know what's funny is a lot of people are talking about that's your style, for example, being boring, which I disagree strongly because I enjoy good writing, and I enjoy one of the things and this is what I always say. Reason why I say everyone's always entitled to their opinion is because everyone watches battle rap for different reasons. Do you see what I'm saying? So some people like the comedy in battle rap. Some people like the wittiness and the street element of battle rap. Some people like the aggressiveness in battle rap. Some people like aggressive and disrespectful battle rap. So some people have different views on why they like battle rap. Do you see what I'm saying? So, for example, when you get a style clash, if both battlers do what they do, a fan of a specific style is always going to prefer one battler. A fan of the other style is always going to prefer the other battlers. And that's just how we're always going to go. So, with that being said, personally, I like good writing, and I like the way. I like the approach. I like people using certain angles to break down their opponent. So for me, that style is never boring. But it's funny people say it's boring. They said the same thing about Bizzle Bun and he just won the Anarchy tournament.
And he's fucking sick, bro.
And he just won the Anarchy
People
tournament.
say about him are the exact same things people say about me. And
That's
again,
exactly my point. And now you're winning, and that's the style that's winning.
It's also like it's willful ignorance. It's like unwilling to accept what Bizzo's improved at. Because I watched Bizzo where he was a little more like this, a little more like that, kind of choking. He's brought out different sides of himself. He's performing well. The writing, the bars, the punchlines are original. They're unique. They're direct. That's what battle rap is, bro.
But you see how it's funny how the boring style is a style that's winning. He just won the Anarchy tournament, and you just won the Don't Flop.
You just kept the title. Winning battles, bro. Maybe that's deep down what it is. I don't know. But mate, like you say, there's different styles. If you think my style's boring, I'm not saying you have to. I'm not gonna sit here and go, no, you're wrong. Like I'm entertained. What the fuck? They're very entitled to think that. Do I think they need to go and discredit everything I do? Probably not. But I mean, bro, this is it. Everyone's got a different opinion, and that's great. I just want people to watch a battle like me versus Shuffle T and enjoy it. It'd be a fucking 20 minutes out of their day that they fucking enjoyed and it was worth watching. They can leave a comment and say, I think Shuff won, I think Craft won, or just say, 100%. Yo, there was some funny stuff on both sides, good stuff. Just I'm just trying to, people can call me boring, but I know in the room, especially, I'm always entertaining and I'm always got the energy and I'm always carrying the room. And I think the interesting thing, and this is why I think Shuffle fell into the trap a little bit in his first round of probably writing an angle based on stuff he's read about me from what's actually probably about a circle jerk of about 50 people. It's not actually that many. It's just the loudest voices in the room who are always commenting.
I was literally about to say that as well.
It's kind of saying I'm boring and doing the whole angle. Don't get me wrong, it was fucking hilarious, man. Me for radioactive grey paint being my superpower. Brilliant, bro. I actually think when you're saying that kind of stuff and then I'm spitting my bars and everyone's enjoying themselves and reacting, it downplays what you're saying.
Yeah,
and
I hear what you're saying.
We both did good things to kind of diffuse what each other said. And I think genuinely, bro, I think people get their angles about me. I think there's a lot of things that just don't get touched on. And the other thing I'd say fell for me, if we're looking at the difference and the winner of the battle, because like I said, I think it's one of the best shuffles. I think his writing was super incisive. His angles are really funny. I think his second round wasn't really about me enough. He really broke down spoken word. Like, yeah, I run a spoken word night. I'm not really a spoken word artist. I perform some spoken word, but I don't.
But that makes it about you, though. That makes it about you, though.
It does. I don't really do the style of spoken word he was talking about. But even though it was funny as fuck, like, I agreed with a lot of what he was saying about. Like,
I think
he wasn't really attacking me enough. I think. And he probably could have. That's all I'd say in that second round. That's why I think there was a bit of disparity in the second round.
I hear you. I think it was about you because people see your posts often promoting spoken word events and stuff like that. So people always going to associate spoken word with you. So having an angle about spoken word makes it about. Do you know what I'm saying? So I do see what you're saying. I think Shuffle was great.
That's my kind of thing. Like, you're totally right about that because the angle. Don't get me wrong. As a piece of performance, as a piece of stand up, it's a fucking excellent like angle.
Yeah.
But again, I think like it wasn't really talking about me running nights and putting it on. It was more just like this is what happens at an open mic, and it's like I don't really go to or run open mics hardly. So, I mean, it's I just, if I'm being nitpicky, that is, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I'm not discrediting that round. It was super funny round. I think it will be one of the most popular rounds of the battle when it's released. I just think, like we say, if we're looking at it as beating your opponent.
I prefer Shuffle's third. I think Shuffle's third was incredible.
Yeah, his whole closing scheme was crazy.
Yeah, I preferred his third. I think his third was too.
And sick. I think that was the most honest part. Like I say, there were bits I thought either weren't attacking me enough or that were a bit too guided by an online perception. But I mean, the third thing about why he should be the champ, why the judges should make the decision, that whole rhyme scheme about it pick the poison
fruit. That was crazy.
I think that was just really, really compelling. If I was a judge listening to that, I would have found it hard not to vote for Shuffle.
Yeah, really. And his first as well was crazy as well. I just felt like you edged him on the first. But one thing I wanted to say is where you briefly said it already is, but so is I agree that a lot of the people that say that your style is boring, etc., it's just the vocal ones. It's not everyone. It's not everyone, because clearly there are judges out there picking you to win. So it just out of the everyone that watches your style, same with Bizzo and that style, is just the ones that believe that don't like it or think you're boring or think you're not marketable or whatever they say. They just the most vocal ones. The other people that disagree, they're just not there in the forums arguing with them because it's long. And plus, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm not going to be out there arguing with a fan or arguing with someone. I disagree strongly. I personally like it, and that's what I like. So
when someone
no one
gives,
can tell me
like,
different.
breaks down their reason, I can respect it. When I'm like, there's actually a breakdown as to what they're saying. It's not just totally misguided. It kind of reminds me of like, yeah, it's just very radicalized people. I think in an age of radicalization, and it's easy to just get into a certain cluster of people and be assimilated to the same thing. I don't think when I read certain comments, I'm just like, it actually doesn't make sense. When someone comes in with a reasoned approach, I'm like, oh shit, like, yeah, I can actually see what they don't like about my battle and what I could maybe add a bit more in to kind of hopefully bring them into the enjoyment. And I want, that's what I want people to enjoy the content. It's not well paid enough to battle rap. Do you know what I mean? You're fucking like, yeah, the amount of shit you write and then the time you spend learning it, you're doing that because you want to put on a show, you want to enjoy. Yeah, there's a little bit of bravado, there's a little bit of bringing out our competitive side and wanting to win and wanting to be the champ, but really it's about putting something on that people will enjoy. So I think you've got to take the criticism on board. Anyone who completely ignores it is an idiot. Anyone who completely takes it on and believes all of it is an idiot. There's a balance. And I thought Shuffle really summed it up well, one of his bars, where he said he looks at it and he carefully puts it into perspective. And then I look at it and go, it's hilarious. They think I'm offended. That was, I mean, bro, like my friends were in the crowd, like 2 or 3 of them that came, spoke to me after, and my girlfriend, they all said they couldn't not laugh at that bar because it's true. So I think he got me with that one. Yeah, I probably do care too much, mate. Like I said earlier, I said I don't care, and I quickly corrected myself.
Everyone cares. I think everyone cares. Everyone that says I don't care what people think, they cap it, man.
You've got to care enough to like address it. It's the same with like.
It's whether if you're affected by it or not, it's a different thing. But everyone cares.
With nerves, man, it's anything that makes you feel vulnerable, right? So like nerves is a good example. Too much nerves is a very bad thing. Zero nerves is also a very bad thing. You need to be a little bit nervous. So anything that's like nerves or guilt or shame or embarrassment, then they're never bad things. They're bad in a big quantity. Yeah. When you allow them to become a vice. When you can control things like that, they're always a good thing, and you can kind of address them, and you can transform those feelings into something quite positive. So if you're feeling nerves or like doubt, you can kind of address why you're feeling that. Look at what's look at the information that's kind of reasonable. If it's what people are saying, look at what people are saying that's reasonable and what you can do about that, and then go, yeah, I can probably address this part of what I do or how I write or my process or my performance, and then I'll probably have a lot less doubt. I'll feel a lot more comfy, and they're probably right about that. When you start going, oh yeah, oh god, like 30 people keep saying I'm shit, so maybe I should radically change everything I do, then you're fucked. No. Then you shouldn't do it anymore.
Of course. Who would you want to battle next? Who would you like to defend the title?
That's not for me to say, is it? Yeah. Who should get the title?
You can say who would you like to defend the title. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters.
Types of person at this point, and like I say, again, you want me to talk my fucking shit? I think I'd beat 2 of the best, yeah. So I think they should keep giving me the best. They should keep giving me the best. And if I'm as bad as some people say I am, give me the person that will make me look that fucking bad and destroy me. Let's bring it on. But I do feel like it's kind of got to be an old head who never got the shot. Someone who's been active since 2012, 2013. So you look at someone like Ogmios or Gemini, you know, someone who's not, and these guys, they're not people who've ever ruled it out, so they might come for the title.
100%.
What I would say is I think they have to do a battle in the interim. I don't think you just walk back into a title shot.
Yeah.
You have to do a battle. It's a good battle, and then they go, cool, now you're battling Kraft at the birthday event or whenever it is, whenever the battle is. Or in the next year, someone's going to come through, do 4 or 5 battles. There isn't a big name now. And then 4 or 5 battles, they're going to be the hottest fucking property in UK battle rap. And then everyone's going to go get the title of Kraft. It's your time. And I'd much rather, if I'm going to, when I lose my title, I can't see too much more for me to do in UK battle rap. So I'm not saying I'll never battle again, but it wouldn't be something I'm really thinking about. I'd rather go out on my back. It's an old wrestling term. You go on your back. Your last battle, the last person who pins you for the 3 count is the next person up.
Right.
If I lost to someone who was like working up their arse off, they're just too much for me at that point in time. They're too hungry. That's probably a good thing. But like I said, I'd also be very interested in battling. You know, I'll just say this publicly. Here's a fucking exclusive. Why not? I'm sure neither of them will mind me saying it was originally going to be not that he was preferred to shuffle, just the way things panned out. It was going to be dialect.
Okay.
Yeah, it was going to be dialect. And he's a different type of challenge. There are things he does that, you know, if he just
maybe that might be the next one. Maybe that might be the next one.
Guy is doing so much cool stuff outside of battle rap. That's what I'm saying. And at the time, I was just really busy outside of it as well. So I just had a conversation with him. I was like, bro, I totally understand. Like, if I wasn't defending my title, I wouldn't be doing a battle. So why should you feel like you have to do it? But, you know, that would have been a challenge. So like you said, if he wanted to come for his shot, he never got his shot. I personally believe he should have got a shot in about 2013. So if he like wants to come back and go, yo, I want the title, come take it off me.
That'll be fire.
There's a lot of options, aren't there? I think it's a very exciting time for UK battle rap. I've been watching some of the stuff on Prem. Very impressed by it. I think a couple of the new guys are really good. I was even some of the new guys on the Don't Flop card. I see Crow, real fucking fire. Carlton Shanks had a couple bars that were really. I know he's not a newcomer in that sense, but he's new. And there's people, you know, coming through now that I think are, when I look at the guys like Crow and there's a few others, I think are a better crop of newcomers than there's been probably since my little crop of like myself and Shocks or Juan and Heretic and Kid Verbal and all those guys at that time that were coming through. I think now it's kind of looking a bit like that again for the first time in a while. And that's exciting. So maybe the next title shot is going to be against one of these guys who has done 2 or 3 battles, goes and beats some big names, and then they go, well, if you can beat him, can you take the title? I love people's opinions, man. Keep talking about it. Like, keep talking about it in a positive way. Yeah, you can talk about how shit I am. That's fine. But also talk about how good some of these guys are and how much you want them to get the shot and build the hype, build the tension, and build an atmosphere. So we can build up to that next title shot. So you can come in wanting me to win or wanting me to lose, but there's an excitement for it. So 100%. What everyone's doing, man. I think 100%. We're building something. We're coming out of a fucking pandemic where we've had no sense of community, no sense of live entertainment. And I think it's good to see the crowds really buzzing for battle rap. And when I'm in the crowd, I'm buzzing as a fan.
Yeah.
So
definitely
people look hungry. And guys like you and London Gen, you know, like I say, doing the fucking Lord's work, that like bigging it up and fucking creating some hype and talking to people and analyzing the battles and
just trying to keep this going, man. Just trying to keep this going, man.
And we don't really have that, and you know, it's appreciated, man. I see what you're doing. It's appreciated. I love the content.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, there's a lot of new guys coming through. Prem, No Loose Chat, even Rappy's Fools doing their thing as well. Yeah, so battle rap is definitely in a very good place. Battle rap is in a very good place, I think. I think it's in a very good place. Title aside, was there an opponent you would like, you wish you wanted to face, title aside?
So there's one that I've discussed to her about. Oh, I don't know if I can say that.
If
All I'd
you-
say would be something that's kind of not been done before,
okay.
and it would be a big US name coming here.
Okay.
And that's what I'm more interested in. Because I don't really, once you've battled Raptor, Quill, Matter, Shuffle, Yunnan. Oh, by the way, I'll talk my shit. I think I beat them all, by the way.
Talk
So,
your shit.
You know what I mean?
Talk your shit.
And once you battled a lot of people, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people I ain't battled that could beat me. There's so many I could think of that, you know, it's not that I think, oh, there's no challenge for me. It's just in a UK sense, it's like I've battled this kind of battler, I've battled here, I've done this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've proved yourself amongst the top tiers, basically.
Maybe in Manchester, in the modern era of Manchester and Premier Battle, what's going on there. But I've had a couple of battles booked on there for whatever reason. They've not happened. I don't know if that will happen. Big up them, what they're doing anyway, because I'm enjoying it. But I don't know what's left. So I think I battled XQZ and Red Flag. You know, they're two really, really good international battlers. XQZ's been doing stuff on like URL and stuff recently. I think like he's doing more than he was back then. But yeah, another big international name's interesting. And you know, maybe that's what I need right now. Maybe I need to battle someone from abroad coming here, or me going out there somewhere. Something I'm interested in when I feel like I'm able to travel again. I'd like to battle in New York or Cali, or Canada. Just any one of them would be really cool. Different crowd. And I think, you know, I think they'll like what I do over there. I think they like incisive angles. They like punchlines. They like wordplay.
Yeah.
And they like clever shit.
I agree.
And they like comedy. So yeah, that looks like a vibe there. Every time I see like a pit battle in iBattle New York, I always think
that would be fire. That would be fire.
So maybe something like that, you know, you've got your guys there, your Dunches and your Real Six. They're probably a bit too big now doing URL headlines. But there's a few really good names in that community there that I think are, yeah, like I say, all-round battlers. I think they're really real all-rounders and a real challenge. So maybe that's more the direction I'd be interested in. If I, outside of the title, if I did one or two more battles in my battle career, whatever we call this thing, maybe it would be something like that.
Nah, that would be fire. That would be fire. Away as well would be dope. I think, dude, your style would translate very well abroad as well. So
I hope so, man. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I think they'll definitely give you your flowers over there. I think they'll definitely give you your flowers over there. And then who can chat to you then? You know, like that. Who can chat to you then?
They still will. Don't worry, bro. But like we say, we move forward. We don't watch bullshit.
Nah, definitely. Nah, man. Thank you for taking the time out. Yeah. Any final words, my bro?
What to the people who wrote the comments?
To everyone.
Yeah, mate. That's
I was about to cut the thing right there and there, bro.
That'd be funny as fuck. Do it. And watch the battle. It's out on pay-per-view. You might have to wait a while to watch it if you don't buy the pay-per-view. So buy the pay-per-view.
Yeah, make sure you go and cop that. There's some dope battles on there as well, man.
Yeah, it's only a tenner. You don't get just me and Shuff, but you get to see Marlo and Soweto and what.
Yeah, Crow versus Bolski was sick as well.
Yeah, bro. And the ones at the start of the card as well.
Shanks did his thing.
Yeah, that battle was really good. So yeah, cop the pay-per-view, man. It's worth the money. And let us know what you think of the clash. Tweet, drop me a message. I'm always down to hear what you think. Who you thought won, or that you just think I'm shit and unbelievable. You know, say what you want to say.
Nah, definitely cop the pay-per-view. The link will be in the description for you to cop the pay-per-view. So yeah, man. Shout out to you for proving everyone wrong.
What's about?
Not everyone, but a good amount of people.
99.99% in this case. But to be fair, it was Shuffle T.
Yeah. Now Shuffle was incredible as well. Shout out to Shuffle. Go and buy his book as well. You get me? You know, all these plugs. You get me? Go and buy his book.
Rhyming Dictionary for Rappers and Poets. Out now.
Nah, definitely, my bro. And yeah, thank you for taking the time, my bro.
Big up, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate what you're doing. Big up UK Battle Rap. Big up all the battlers and fans if you've been watching. Yeah, see you at an event. Let's chat. Let's get a beer.
Big facts.
That's what it's about.
Definitely. You already know the deal. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You're done.